Welcome to Chat and Learn English, the podcast where we make learning English fun, engaging, and part of your daily life. I'm your host, Elle.
And I'm Mike. It's great to be here with all of you today.
We have a really fun topic for this episode. We're going to talk all about hobbies.
That's right. Hobbies are the things we do in our free time, just for fun. So, what do you do to relax and enjoy yourself?
We're going to share our own hobbies, talk about why having a hobby is so important, and even suggest some that are perfect for practicing your English.
It's gonna be a casual chat, so grab a cup of tea or coffee and let's get started.
Okay, Mike, to kick things off, why don't you start? What do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, my main hobby right now is hiking. I try to go out every weekend if the weather is good.
Oh, that's really cool. Hiking.
Yeah, I love being outdoors in nature. It's so quiet and peaceful. It helps me clear my head after a busy week of work. Just walking in the forest or up a hill is incredibly refreshing.
I can imagine. Do you go alone or with friends?
I really enjoy hiking. I like both, going with friends and going alone. It's nice to walk with friends and chat, but sometimes I prefer hiking alone to think and enjoy nature. One of my favorite things is reaching the top of a mountain and watching the sunrise. It feels so peaceful and rewarding.
That sounds absolutely magical, Mike. A sunrise from a mountaintop is a reward in itself. My hobby is a bit more domestic. For me, it's baking. I absolutely love spending a Saturday afternoon in the kitchen.
Baking, nice. What kind of things do you bake?
All sorts. Cookies, cakes, bread. My favorite thing to make is sourdough bread. It's a long process, but the result is so delicious.
Wow, sourdough. That's impressive.
It's very scientific, which I find interesting. You have to be very precise with measurements and timing, but it's also creative. I love decorating cakes, for example. I recently made a birthday cake for my friend's daughter. She wanted a cake that looked like a fantasy castle. I spent a whole day building towers out of ice cream cones and spinning sugar for windows. It was a huge challenge, and honestly, one of the towers started to lean a bit, like the Tower of Pisa, but the look on her face when she saw it was just priceless. It's a wonderful way to show people you care.
A castle cake. That's incredible. See, that's a perfect example of a hobby being a powerful way to connect with people. And it sounds like a great way to be creative and make something tasty at the same time. You'll have to bring some cookies to the studio one day, though maybe something less architectural.
I will. It's a deal. That actually brings to mind a question I've been pondering. Do you think hobbies have to be productive? Where you're creating something or learning a new skill? What about hobbies that are purely for relaxation, like binge watching a TV series? Talking about this, I feel like having a hobby is just so beneficial. It's not just about passing the time.
I completely agree. For me, the biggest pro or advantage is stress relief. Like I said with hiking, it's a way to disconnect from everything else.
Exactly. Disconnect is the perfect word. When I'm baking, I'm not thinking about my emails or my to-do list. I'm just focused on the recipe.
Right. It's a form of mindfulness in a way. You're present in the moment, plus you learn a new skill, which is always a good thing for your brain.
And it can boost your confidence too. When you successfully bake a difficult cake or reach the top of a big hill, you feel a sense of accomplishment.
Definitely a sense of accomplishment, but are there any cons or disadvantages? What do you think?
Well, the most obvious one can be the cost. Some hobbies are expensive. If you want to get into photography, for instance, cameras and lenses can cost a lot of money.
That's a very good point, and my hiking boots weren't cheap either. Another con can be the time commitment.
Oh, for sure.
It can be hard to find a few hours for a hobby when you have work, family, and other responsibilities.
That's true. I think the key is to not put too much pressure on yourself. A hobby should be fun, not another source of stress. Even just 30 minutes a week is better than nothing.
Totally. It's about balance. So let's connect this to our listeners. What are some hobbies that are especially good for someone learning English?
That's a great question. The first one that comes to my mind is reading. It's a fantastic way to build your vocabulary.
Reading.
You can start with simple things like children's books or graphic novels, where the pictures help you understand the story. Then you can move on to articles, blogs, or full novels.
That's a great tip.
And what about listening practice? Watching movies or TV shows in English is a classic hobby for learners.
Yes, and you can use subtitles, first in your own language and then later in English to help you connect the spoken words with the written words.
Podcasts are good too, like this one.
Of course, listening to podcasts on a topic you enjoy is a great way to learn new phrases in a natural context.
Okay, what about a hobby for practicing speaking? That's often the hardest part for learners.
For speaking, it's great to find a hobby that involves other people. You could join a local club for something you're interested in, like a sports team, a board game group, or a book club.
A book club is a brilliant idea.
Yeah, you get to read a book and then discuss it with others. It gives you a reason to speak.
And if you can't find the local group, there are so many communities online. You could join an online gaming team and use a headset to talk to your teammates, or find a conversation exchange partner online.
Exactly. The most important thing is to choose a hobby you genuinely find interesting. If you love what you're doing, practicing English won't feel like work at all.
Another one I'd suggest is journaling. Writing down your thoughts at the end of the day, even just a few sentences in English, can be a powerful practice. It's not about being perfect, but about getting comfortable expressing yourself in writing. Well, that's about all the time we have for today. This was a really fun chat about hobbies.
It was, and we hope it gave all of you listening some fun ideas. Now, we want to hear from you.
That's right. What are your hobbies? What do you love to do in your free time? Please leave a comment below this episode and share it with our community.
We would love to read about them. And if you enjoyed today's show, please help us out by leaving a like, sharing it with a friend who is also learning English.
And make sure you subscribe to Chat and Learn English so you never miss an episode.
Thanks so much for listening. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.